Hi friends, it is Leslie and welcome back to the Cozy Yellow Cottage. So do you remember when we just decorated this dining room? And I loved it. Well, I sat on it for a little while and suddenly I didn't like it anymore. I don't know why, but I tend to do this a lot. So, which makes it more fun because then you can change things up often. So I changed everything and I started with my corner cabinet. So I rarely do anything with this. It had my little dog Darla's ashes and my mom's ashes in it. And I was afraid to move them, but I did. And you can see here, look, I'm taking the door off. So I asked my friends, door on or door off? And they said door off, so I'm going to give it a try. So I had to come in and touch up a little bit of paint. It wasn't too bad. On the wall behind it is contact paper. I have one of those furniture markers and I'm covering up the scuffs that the door made. Pretty simple. All right, now it's time to decorate it. And I'm gonna do it in blue, white, and green. So I'm using the Dollar Tree white plates here. And then on top of them are these little blue plates. They were from, I think, Home Goods. I've had them for a couple years. They're so pretty. Then some of the cabbage plates. I bought 6 of them, so I'm using 4 here. And then I just got this a cabbage bowl, and it was $8 on clearance at TJ Maxx. And I'm propping it up on a little shot glass so that I can see it better. I love that bowl. All right, next are the other blue and white dishes that I had on the table. I know I'm going crazy with this blue and white, but I figured if I put these in here now, then summertime, I can take out the green and just add some coastal cottage decor and it'll be cute. Next are the blue Dollar Tree plates. Everybody loved those. And then these plates I've had for a long time. Also, they were from Family Dollar. These, I wanted to display as many of these that I could, but unfortunately I couldn't fit a lot in here. I'm adding a little bunny on the cabbage. I did steal some things from the porch, by the way. But you can't even tell I had so much stuff out there. I added the little heart bowls and then this white pitcher here. More cabbage. Now I'm going to add some eggs to that little bowl. I definitely need more white somewhere. So remember the blue pansies that I used to set the table? I'm going to add some of them in here also. You can see my husband's shadow walking by. So I decided that I wanted to move those cabbage plates down a shelf. It was just too much going on up there. Actually, it's probably too much going on everywhere, but it is fun to decorate. And I added a little green bird. And then I know these are pumpkin glasses, but there's something about them that I just love. So I had to add them. And then of course some blue and white Easter eggs. I love blue and green together. I don't know if this is a new thing for me or not, but they are really pretty together. Add the little cross. I had to use double-sided tape on that. And this little squirrel plate that I made a few years ago, I had to put that in the back, and then that added some more white. You can see one of my little branches back there and a few additional little things. But there was something going on this bottom shelf that I didn't like. So I added this little cake stand riser and then my cabbage teapot, and I feel like it looks so much better. Here's some tarnished silverware. That was also on the table in my last setting. And some greenery here. And I'm just going to leave those little eggs there. And then add another bunny. I stole that from the porch also. And here is the finished look. I think it is so cute. So I like it without the door, but I have to get used to it. It feels naked. It's exposed. Okay, moving on to the table. So you see this linen here on the table. That is actually a throw blanket that I just bought at Joann Fabrics. I got the idea to put it on the table and it almost fits. It doesn't cover it completely, but I liked it. So I have that, and then I bought these new plates, like I need more plates, at TJ Maxx, and I think that they also will be really pretty in the summer. This time for centerpiece, I am using my husband's grandfather's old toolbox, and I'm just going to fill it with these white flowers. I think there's some kind of hydrangea maybe, and some greenery and some lavender sprigs. I really needed to see some purple in this room. Lavender reminds me of spring. I love how the little flower centerpiece turned out. I would say little, it's actually pretty big. And the table might be kind of cluttered. You know, it's going to take me a couple days to look at it to really decide. So I wanted to use the same napkins again, so this time I just put them in the ring. And then the little nests that I had, I wanted to use those also, so I got some of my alien tape out and just taped them to the napkin ring, and look how that stuff holds. It's amazing. They're really cute. Did add a few of the blue pansies and some lilacs to the flower arrangement, and it just looks so pretty with those purple goblets. Here on the chandelier, I added some more branches, and look, I put the little bird nest up top in that opening. Nobody will even know it's there but us, but isn't it cute? On the buffet, I changed more things. Yeah, it was just too dark or something. So you can see I have lots of bunnies and more cabbage. The squirrel's still there. And then here on this wall, this was the surprise. I cut the church in half and hung it on the wall. And there was a little house finch. Here's a look at everything put together, and from this view, it looks crazy busy to me, but that's because I'm so used to seeing that door on the corner cabinet. So I'm hoping to get used to it. More of the finished shelves, and I did add some gold bunnies in there. I love those. They're from Target, by the way. And here's Charlotte wondering what I'm up to. I just wanted to film the finished room, but it's so dark in there, it's really hard to capture. So here it is, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you like this new arrangement. Who knows, I might change it again. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.